Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening, and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Brooklyn Hine. We start tonight with breaking news. Americans in the Middle East are being told to shelter in place. Now, this comes after the U.S. and Israel launched strikes on Iran at an attempt to take down Iran's regime. Iran has launched retaliatory attacks targeting U.S. facilities in nearby countries. This is just the first wave of what is expected to be multiple attacks. Iranian state media says more than 200 people were killed Saturday and hundreds more were injured. Jen Sullivan has the details.
Smoke filling the air in Iran's capital of Tehran Saturday. On the ground, flames and people screaming. This is the aftermath of a massive and coordinated missile attack launched by the U.S. and Israel in a move designed to cripple the country's nuclear program and overturn the government.
They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore.
One of the targets was the compound of Iran's supreme leader. Israeli sources now reporting he was killed.
The aim is to put an end to the threat of Iran regime.
Trump issuing this stern warning to the country's military and police.
Lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death.
In response, Iran launching a wave of retaliatory strikes on U.S. and Israel targets across the Middle East, including a U.S. military base in Bahrain, seen under a plume of smoke in this video.
We are actually attacking the American bases in the act of self-defense.
The attack sparking a slew of reaction from key U.S. allies. The Prime Minister of Canada supporting the U.S. and Israel, calling Iran the principal source of instability and terror throughout the Middle East. Others more critical. The President of France calling it dangerous for all. EU Commission Ursula von der Leyen saying she's going to hold security meetings Monday. Some Democrats also condemning the actions, saying Trump did not get congressional approval beforehand.
I wouldn't hesitate to use the American military to protect Americans and our interests, but I just don't see at all how this is what Americans want.
And Democratic leaders saying Congress should return to session immediately and vote on war powers resolutions. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
On Truth Social, President Trump has said that Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, was killed, adding the supreme leader's death is, quote, the single greatest chance for the Iranian people to take back their country, end quote. Although Iran says he is still alive, he has ruled there since 1989. Wisconsin leaders reacting to the strikes on Iran. Republican Congressman Derek Van Orden says in a statement in part, quote, this regime has operated with impunity for far too long, spreading chaos while threatening the security of the United States and our partners. Their hands are stained with the blood of thousands of Americans, end quote. Wisconsin Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin also speaking out in a statement today, saying in part, quote, President Trump illegally bombed Iran, totally disregarding the Constitution, putting American troops in harm's way, and starting another war in the Middle East with no end in sight, end quote. News 8 also spoke with local community members about their concerns surrounding the attacks.
It's un-American. There was no process. There was no asking the American people what they felt. It was completely sneakily done and kind of behind our backs, and I just think that that's completely un-American.
We shouldn't even be over there or involved with Israel at all. To be honest, with what's been happening right now, they're not even an ally to us. It's all about money, though.
As we learn more, we will continue to provide updates. No word yet on the fire of a brush fire in West Salem on that cause of it. Crews responded last night to a large fire on Oakview Drive. Still no word on any injuries or the cause of the fire. We will provide updates as they become available. Well, by the looks of it outside, winter has definitely returned. We've had a snowy afternoon outside. Let's bring in meteorologist Nicole Skalicki for what we can expect. Nicole, I looked outside and suddenly snow was just coming down. It was crazy.
It was pretty if you were further to the south where it was more of that like light fluffy snow where there wasn't a whole lot of impacts on anything, but we saw plenty of snow falling just south of I-90, a sharp cutoff in terms of who saw a lot of snow and who saw next to nothing. nothing. If we take a look at our estimated radar totals for the snowfall, again, there's a very, very steep cutoff, especially for folks south of I-90 and into southeastern Minnesota. That's where we're seeing what radar is saying, close to 10 inches, if not a little bit more in some locations. Areas in Vernon County and Wisconsin as well, seeing close to around 10 inches. If we take a look at some of our local snow reports from this afternoon, Preston, Minnesota coming out on the top of the board, 10 inches reported. New Albin, Minnesota as well, southeastern Minnesota all around really seeing the most, but also seeing heavy amounts falling in southern Wisconsin. Mount Zion sitting at 7 inches, Ferryville and Viroqua both at around 6.5. Soldiers Grove also at 6 inches as well, while La Crosse just seeing about half an inch. So even just a 10 to 15, even 20-mile difference really made the difference this afternoon in those snow totals. The good news is, as we saw on radar, a lot of it is moving out if it hasn't already left the area. And we have a warm-up just in time for the first couple days of meteorological spring as we head into March. So I'll have the very different forecast coming up in a little bit.
Doesn't feel like spring yet,
Not
but
quite yet.
Hopefully it's on the way. Thanks, Nicole. A former News Channel 8 weathercaster who helped launch this station more than 7 decades ago has died at 93 years old. Dwayne Moore, known as Dwayne the Weatherman, was the last surviving on-air personality from when WKBT TV Channel 8 signed on for the first time in 1954. His broadcasting career began in radio before joining Channel 8. Moore was also an active member in the community in many ways, including through Rotary Lights and Oktoberfest, where he was named Festmaster in 1997. Area high school figure skaters are lacing up in Onalaska today for a major state series competition. The figure skating competition is taking place at the Omni Center in Onalaska. Skaters from around the region are competing in team maneuvers along with entertainment numbers on the ice.
So today we have our entertainment number, which is like a big group number with all of our teams combined, and we skate to music, and it's like a really fun time with like just everyone on the ice. And then we have team maneuvers later, and that's like more serious.
The competition is one stop in a statewide series where high school teams earn points toward overall awards that will be handed out at the final event in Wausau later this season. Well, a big happy birthday is in order for La Crosse's Children's Museum. Today, the museum is celebrating its 27th year with a birthday party celebration. Kids came out to the museum for crafts, treats, and games, and even live music.
It's just a really big honor to get to collaborate in general for a fixture of the community like the Children's Museum, and to be able to help bring some new events to it with some live music is just really a dream for us.
Today's celebration was in collaboration with the Driftless Urban Orchestra. Still to come, Netflix walking away from a major streaming mega deal. What that could mean for some of the biggest names in TV coming up after this.
We see you out there doing things your way. So why shop the same retail giants as everyone else when you can find the same trusted products you want and need at unbeatable farm and fleet prices? Right now, during our spring workwear event, men's full blue denim jeans are just $10.99 a pair. Half off these men's Wolverine work boots, $59.99 while supplies last. And new spring colors of men's brunch pocket tees, $25.99. Find value on the things you value. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
We are the Dillows. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers, so switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And now switch to T-Mobile and get free phones for $0 down. Plus 4 lines for only $25 per month per line.
Better service, better price, win-win.
I used to think all money managers were the same, but Fisher Investments is different.
How different are they really?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, and they reach out proactively.
They probably invest in a bunch of mutual funds like other money managers.
No, they build a tailored portfolio based on your personal goals, needs, and more.
Well, they probably have a complex fee structure.
No, Fisher has a transparent fee that's a percentage of your portfolio.
So we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Yeah, I joke, my ears were her Valentine's gift a year ago. So.
Yeah.
something I'd been thinking about, and so Valentine's Day was coming around, and I spoke to Tom a couple times, but never made anything definite, and so I just kind of made the definite plan and made it happen, and glad I did. Wish I would have done it 20 years ago.
Yeah, he can actually participate in conversations now and not just shaking his head.
Better hearing is a better life.
In this week's consumer headlines, there's some good news for home buyers. Mortgage rates have dipped below 6% for the first time since 2022. Freddie Mac says the average 30-year fixed rate mortgage fell to 5.98% from 6.01% last week. Rates have been on a steady decline since the Federal Reserve began slashing its benchmark interest rate in 2024, although this could offer house hunters some financial breathing room as the spring home buying season heats up. Analysts say it is still hard to afford a home. The median household would need to spend 42% of its income, about $3,000 a month, on a typical home. 5 years ago, it was 28%. Well, a big shakeup in the media landscape. Netflix has dropped its $83 billion bid to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery. This clears the way for a deal with Paramount Skydance. Warner Brothers called Paramount Skydance's $31 a share offer superior. Warner Brothers owns CNN, HBO, and HGTV, while Paramount Skydance includes CBS News, Showtime, MTV, and Nickelodeon. Any merger would still be subject to regulatory approval. Live sports is getting harder to find on broadcast television, and now the federal government is asking fans to weigh in on the move to streaming. The FCC has opened a public comment period on the shift away from traditional broadcast TV, saying it wants to better understand the impact on consumers. The agency says NFL games aired across 10 services in 2025, costing fans who wanted to watch them all more than $1,500. Comments are due by March 27th. Still to come, a skier hanging onto a chairlift, her and her sister's reactions to the viral video coming up.
And we have some colder temperatures on the way again for tomorrow, but as we go into the rest of the week, we'll see a nice springtime warm up. I'll have all the details coming up right after the break.
Don't miss Home's preferred customer event. Get up to an extra 15% off sale prices, plus 3-year special financing on your favorite furniture brands in bedroom, dining room, living room, and mattresses. The preferred customer event, only at Home Furniture.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics.
Back again, Jeff? Well, I'm future you. Our doctor figured out why your constipation with belly pain keeps coming back. It's IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess is not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn how AbbVie and Ironwood could help you save.
Oh, restrooms that way. Stay hydrated, my fluter flautists. I love those for you. And you. I used to play clarinet. I was bad.
At Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, we believe improving your home should feel good inside and out.
This month, get a free triple pane upgrade on select windows designed to keep your home comfortable year-round.
And with 60 months interest-free financing, upgrading has never been easier.
Clear Choice cares. For every window purchase this month, $5 will be donated to the Hunger Task Force, helping families right here in our community. We focus on the right solutions for your home, not a one-size-fits-all sales pitch.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Stay updated while you scroll. Follow us on Instagram at WKBT News 8.
Spring is just around the corner, and right now at Home Seasonal Concepts, get a free custom order patio fabric upgrade from select top outdoor furniture brands. Plus, get up to 15% off sale prices and 3-year special financing on porch and patio at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
A day on the slopes turned terrifying for a Southern California skier. The skier ended up dangling from a chairlift hundreds of feet in the air. The skier says she slipped below the safety bar and was left clinging to her twin sister on one side and her best friend on the other.
I thought I was gonna die. I totally thought my friend and my sister were not gonna hold on to me.
I had that in the bag though. Like I knew I wasn't gonna drop her.
I didn't know that.
Now, the sisters say they really didn't realize how dangerous it was until they saw the later video. Well, that is definitely a trust fall exercise. The popular music has lost a legend. Legendary singer-songwriter Neil Sedaka died yesterday, according to a statement from his family. Sedaka released more than 24 studio albums in his career and was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 1983. He was 86 years old. Well, it almost feels like winter is hanging on to dear life, just like that skier was, and we can't seem to get rid of that snow. We'll hand it over to meteorologist Nicole Skalicki for your full forecast.
Oh yeah, well, astronomical winter still goes well into March, but if you go off the meteorological data track keeping side of things, then today is the last day of winter, and it definitely felt like it for some of us. Only a few of us saw that snowfall today, but boy, did it make its impacts. Here's the estimated snowfall based on radar, so it's not going to be 100% accurate all the time, but it gives you a good idea on where the heaviest of it fell. In this dark blue area, not even a county-wide areas saw isolated amounts of that 10-inch mark. That's what we saw at the most. This was a very, very fluffy snow. So the good news with that is while it fell in really high amounts, when it first reached the ground, it's going to compact even after tonight, and it'll look a little less daunting by the time we wake up in the morning, and we'll have even warmer temperatures on the way, so I don't think the snow is really going to be sticking around for too long. It's going to take a little bit to get those warmer temperatures though. It was quite cold today. It's still going to be chilly as we go into tomorrow. Still staying below average, highs in the low 30s further to the south, in the mid 20s if you were further to the north. 24 was our high in Eau Claire, 31 in La Crosse. If we compare that to yesterday's high temperatures, we're around 30 degrees colder. We had that very nice end to the week, albeit quite windy, and it was a entirely different season out there today. Again, around 30 degrees cooler than where we finished off on Friday. Right now, we're still holding on to chilly conditions. We'll have extended cloud coverage lasting throughout much of the evening. In La Crosse, we're looking at cloudy skies sitting at 24 right now. We've lost that wind though. Winds blowing out of the northeast around 5 to close to 10 miles per hour. So not a huge breeze tonight, which still is going to be quite cold though, even without that breeze. 20 degrees in Eau Claire. Again, with that cloud coverage, we will see those clouds start to subside as we go later into tonight. So by the time we wake up in the morning under those mostly clear skies, it'll have gotten quite chilly through the last couple hours of the night, losing some of that warmth. 11 degrees will be our morning low in La Crosse, 6 degrees in Eau Claire. Some single digits further to the north. Overall, a pretty chilly nighttime into the early morning. And then tomorrow, even though we'll have plenty of sunshine, especially in the morning and early afternoon, it's really not going to feel all that much warmer compared to today. Still in the low 30s and the upper 20s. 30 degrees for our Sunday high in La Crosse, 27 in Eau Claire. Still little to no wind out there, so we're not going to be dealing with the wind chill, and it'll be sunny, but it'll feel quite cold for this first day of March. Then as we go into the week, it's warming up pretty quickly, already back to near average by Monday and even climbing quickly back into the 40s. Our average high now already sitting at 38, so by the end of the week we could be around 10 to close to 15 degrees above average, with some 50s likely looming by the time we get to this time next weekend. With those warmer conditions though, we'll have plenty of chances for rain. So it looks like we'll see at least mostly a break from the snow, maybe a wintry mix possible as we go into Monday night. Otherwise, there's a chance for rain showers almost every single day this week, all the way into the weekend. So a very spring-like first week of meteorological spring.
Well, with snow right now, I'm just happy to see 50s on that screen coming up.
Great.
All right, thanks, Nicole. Coming up next in sports, a busy night awaits. Area girls basketball teams look to advance to sectionals. Plus, the stage is set for championship Saturday on the wrestling mat in Madison. Jacob is in next with sports.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
New Sensodyne Clinical Repair is absolutely amazing. When your teeth are sensitive, they need special care. New Sensodyne Clinical Repair creates a protective shield over those exposed areas that can help repair sensitive areas of teeth after 60 seconds. I recommend Sensodyne Clinical Repair.
Want to save $1,000? Switch to Spectrum and we guarantee you will. Seriously, you can hold us to it. Get free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch 4 mobile lines. Plus, save $1,000 in your first year guaranteed, or we'll cover the difference. That's the Spectrum Savings Guarantee. So call this number now, switch, and save $1,000 on internet and mobile. It's a guaranteed no-brainer.
See the USA in your Chevrolet. America's asking you to call. Drive your Chevrolet through the USA. America's the greatest land of all.
Get 1.9% financing on this Silverado LT. Or get $5,350 total value plus $3,500 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
I swear, you are single-handedly keeping this place in business.
Come on, I'm not here that often.
Ben, long time no see.
Hey. She's joking. You were here yesterday. Good thing the BMO digital banking app groups your spending into categories like eating out.
Not here that often.
What's up, Ben? So it's easy to keep an eye on your money and see how you're tracking against a monthly budget.
Perfect. Can I get a slice of the bun, please?
Ben, it's good to finally put a face to the slice.
BMO.
The hot, crispy filet o fish. You either love it or you haven't tried it yet.
Hurry in and get 2 Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for just $7.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, we have made it to the final day of WIAA state wrestling action. Title bouts are happening right now in Madison, and here's who is all competing for the gold from our viewing area today. Holman Vikings have been rolling at individual state. They've got 4 in the finals, including Aini Anderson on the girls' side, then Brendan Henderson, Rex Lancaster, and Brock Needham in D1 boys action. Aquinas featuring 3 wrestlers in the finals in Division 3, Martez Sheard, Roger Flegge, and Tyson Martin all looking to cap off a perfect weekend in Madison. Jack Simmons from Prairie du Chien will look to avenge a loss in the finals from a year ago, and 3 more ladies will have a shot at gold, including a guaranteed winner at 145 between Black River Falls' Riley Hanrahan or Mondovia Leva Strum's Layla Risler. Adriana Logue of North Crawford Seneca also hunting for a first place finish. Kate will have a full breakdown from tonight's action later at 10. It's also a busy night on the hardwood as regional championships will tip off around the state at the top of the hour. A few of the games to note tonight. Viroqua will look to knock off perennial powerhouse Aquinas here in La Crosse. Central will go for the sweep of Onalaska on the season when they meet up on La Crosse's south side. Luther playing host to Poynette. Blair Taylor, the home side against DeSoto in what should be a good one. And it's an all Dairyland final in Independence as the Indies welcome in Pepin Alma. We'll have highlights from those contests later at 10 as well. In the WIAC Championship over in Whitewater, the Eagle men were down late but would mount the comeback. And just like the women, they are WIAC tournament champions. Sam Grieger had a game-high 33 points in the win. UWL moves on to 22-6 on the season. They've punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament in Division 3, and they will find out their seed Monday at noon. And the Badgers looking for a win on the road at Washington today. Nick Boyd getting things rolling for Bucky early in this one, gets the steal and the easy deuce to go up 5 later in the first half. Too much space for Braden Carrington as he sticks the triple. We'll get back to him in just a moment. Then the Badgers up by 11. Great roll by Nolan Winter, and he will finish at the tin to extend the lead. And it's Boyd snaking through the lane, somehow going to get the floater to go. He had 22 points, but the star of the show, Braden Carrington, Badger guard, setting a new program record with 9 threes in this one. And this is right here what we call a heat check, folks. That is good. Badgers take it 90-73 over the Huskies in Washington. A lot more to get to later tonight at 10, so hope you'll join us for a busy night of sports. One final check on your forecast coming up after this.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
When you're trying to remodel your bathroom and find that perfect look, seeing is believing. And when one of our comfort advisors visits your home to talk about bringing your vision to life, they'll come with all our products in our new showroom trailer, discovering all the possibilities from the comfort of your home.
Yeah, I joke, my ears were her Valentine's gift a year ago. So something I'd been thinking about, and so Valentine's Day was coming around, and I had spoke to Tom a couple times, but never made anything definite, and so I just kind of made the definite plan and made it happen, and glad I did. Wish I would have done it 20 years ago.
Yeah, he can actually participate in conversations now and not just shaking his head.
Better hearing is a better life.
With the Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase.
It's an easy puzzle to solve. The one app your phone can't live without. Bringing you local news, sports, streaming video, and a lot more. The News 8 Now app. Get it today. Oh, and good job on the puzzle.
When you have a drain backup, you need help fast. From slow drains to clogged mains, we solve it all. Maxwell White has been solving sewer, septic, and drain issues in the La Crosse Coulee region for more than 30 years. Fast, reliable, and professional. Call or book online today.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Miss a story? See it again or watch us live on YouTube at WKBT News 8 Now.
Well, we have a pretty quiet night ahead of us, still holding on to some cloud coverage right now, but that'll clear out by the early morning, and it's going to get a little bit chilly out. A low of 11 degrees in La Crosse, 6 degrees in Eau Claire. Not going to have much wind out there, thankfully, so little to no wind chill, but it will be our last chilly day before we start to warm back up to near average and even close to the 50s by this time next week with plenty of rain. So a very spring-like week ahead of us as we head into March.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. All right, thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10.